Okay, the next search term we're going to look at is the in-title and all-in-title search term for Google hacking. Now, a couple of things before we do that. Notice that in our previous session, we did all-in URL with a colon and vtc.com. So you really need to specify a term that is likely to be inside of a URL here, and we specified vtc.com. We could have specified any other term really to see if it would have been in there. We could actually, let's go ahead and go VTC and see what we get. And see, we broaden our results out a little bit, unfortunately, then, because we see vtc.com here, but we also see vtc.edu, which has nothing to do with the virtual training company, and so forth. So it's really better when you do the all-in URL or in URL searches to simply do a URL in there. You probably get more refined results out of that. So let's look at all-in title. And although they can be daunting at first, you'll see that these particular search terms, these operators, aren't very complicated to use at all once you know the syntax and what keyword does what operator does what. So let's do an all-in title, VTC. Let's just do VTC initially. Now we got about 1.5 million results on that. So we see VTC's Wikipedia page, other URLs that have VTC in there, and this would be in the title of the website itself. So it might have been better to just go ahead and say vtc.com, although you might not see URLs specifically in titles. So maybe a URL is not the best search term to put into an all-in title search, but it does get you started. So you can see here where vtc.com would be in the title of the website. So let's say that you were to put something like passwords in here. And this would mean that the word password is in the title. So here you have the title of the website and the word passwords in there. And what you might do if you're learning to do these Google hacking searches is look and see how these websites are set up. You know, they may talk about passwords, but there also may be websites that have passwords in their actual passwords. And this is actually where the Google hacking database comes in. If we look at the Google hacking database, originally it came out and it was started by the Hackers for Charity. This is their website right here. But you'll find that a lot of other people also mirror the site. ExploitDB is one I look at quite a bit. And basically the Google hacking database uses these terms and kind of shows you what is out there. Like this is as of September 2013 is the last entry here. They have these entries and what category it falls into, like viewing online devices, viewing configuration files, files containing passwords. So if we actually, let's look at this one, this file containing passwords. And this basically shows you how they have developed the search term. And if you click on it, they have the search term, file type, key, and so forth. So you get these particular results back. And what this search term was begin RSA private key. So basically you're getting people's private keys or organizations' private keys. So that could be very bad information to have out there for your organization. You could also alter these search terms and use them for what you want to include in the operation that you're doing against the organization, whatever your target is. Let's go back here, back to the Google search, the Google hacking database. And there's several other ones out there. If you scroll down, it'll give you footholds, files containing usernames, sensitive directories, vulnerable files, vulnerable servers, error messages, files containing passwords. Let's take a look at that. And again, some of these are recent and some of these are very old. They go back several years. But like, let's hit one from last April, from April of 2013. And this basically is login and username and password details from the .sql file. So you're seeing what a Google hack search comes up with in terms of looking for .sql files, passwords in them. And some of these may be default password or the word password. And you can obviously alter these queries as you need to target your particular organization. So that's the Google Hacking Database and an introduction to Google hacking, to the keywords and search terms. And we haven't really gone in depth on it, and I would recommend that you practice this. You can't really hurt anything by doing Google hacking. You can't hurt an organization or yourself by doing it. It's non-intrusive. You're just searching for information that's already out there. And in some cases, an organization should do this to themselves to find out what sensitive information is out there about them, and then they can do what they need to do to mitigate that. So that's Google hacking in a nutshell. Just a quick introduction. You really need to be familiar with the search operators and keywords in order to prepare for the exam. So go ahead and practice those at your leisure.